you really have to think of it like this. Going to film school, doing any sort of education, is a tool in your toolbox. Just saying you go to film school doesn't qualify you for anything. So why am I qualified to answer this question? Well, I should probably give you some background on myself first. I went to the Savannah College of Art and Design to get my master's degree in film, so I did go to that school for a total of 6 years. I know a thing or two about film schools. And then later I decided to become an adjunct professor of film at a school, and I've been teaching on and off for the last six or 7 years or so. Then on top of that, pretty much since I was 21 years old, I have worked in the film industry. I've worked in LA, documentaries, TV, commercial, corporate, pretty much everything under the sun. And let me tell you, I have met people who have been very successful, who have not gone to film school, and people who have. It's really a mix of both. When you go to film school, don't think of it as like the end all. This is just another tool in your toolbox. What are some other tools? Well, learning on YouTube, having an internship, actually working in the field, watching movies, becoming a film critic. Film school is just another one of them. But it's a very expensive tool, so you have to ask yourself, is it worth buying this tool? Well, let's look at the pros and cons of different categories, and I've broken them down as much as possible. Do you have the time and money to do it? Do you have 4 years to go to film school to commit? And do you have the money to go to a good one? Now, I'm not saying that paying a lot of money automatically equals a good film school, but there are some things that you have to consider. So first of all, if you go to a cheap film school, they may not have top level gear. I taught a few classes at a smaller film school that was not at a university level. I was a little shocked with how bad their equipment was. There's almost a balance here, right? You want to pay just enough money to get into a good film school where it's going to be worth it versus going to a cheaper film school because you kind of get what you pay for. The next part I mentioned of this was time. It takes 4 years at minimum to get through film school. You could probably do it faster, but really it's not so much about how much time you have devoted, but your exposure to different things. So take, for example, the idea that it takes 10,000 hours to master something. You could definitely do this not in film school. You could go work for a company and learn through them the 10,000 hours that it takes to become a good filmmaker. If you can find somebody who teaches you, who's really good at teaching you and sets a good example and really knows their stuff and has all the equipment, you might as well do that because that is the equivalent to getting a film school education. But if you don't have access to that, I think of my students who live, like in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, and they're just like, there's not a film camera within 50 miles of me. Maybe going to film school and being in that environment is what you need in order to further your career. Okay, I mentioned it in there, learning from somebody, and that is actually my next note here is who are you going to learn from? If you go to a really high-end film school, kind of like what I did, the professors who teach you are it just blows your mind the things that they've done. One of my favorite professors, he was the producer of The Breakfast Club. For me, being able to go to film school and have him there on my film set and mentor me was absolutely incredible. There are other professors who had just a huge influence on me. One of them was B.J. Sears. He was an editor on Amadeus, and it's an Academy Award-winning film, and he was my editing professor. And there are so many times where I was sitting there editing and he would stop by and give me a tip, and it would just completely change the way I looked at editing. And getting that constant feedback, that constant exposure to somebody more experienced than you really deeply shapes how good of a filmmaker you become. If you are going to get an education outside of film school, you do need to learn from somebody else, and just make sure that that source is valid, whether that's taking an e-course that's been validated, or a master class, or local workshops or lectures that that those are professionals. But I would say, whatever style you want to learn, make sure that person has the results that you want. There is something about film school that really just forces you to focus and be fully indulged in filmmaking. As a reference, when I was going to get my bachelor's degree, I did not work. And Of course, that becomes very expensive later on with student loans. But the reason why I didn't work is because pretty much every single hour that I wasn't in class, I was on a film set. I did nothing but live and breathe film for 4 years straight. And it's probably a big reason why once I left film school, I was able to go work in Los Angeles and I ended up working for the producer of The Day After Tomorrow, because I had the education to back it up and I was really passionate and I had the ability to keep up with that pace. So what I've noticed, and I say this with the utmost empathy because I know that film school is very expensive, but what I've noticed is the students who spend only a little bit of time, maybe part-time filmmaking, and the rest of the time they work, they don't always get as much out of their education as the students who are there full-time, living and breathing film every single day. It's kind of like any sort of exercise. If you're just like, "Oh, I play soccer on weekends," trying to become a professional top-level soccer player is difficult unless you are naturally gifted. And I would like to think that there's very few people in the world who just kind of like snap a finger and they're naturally gifted in filmmaking. You kind of have to work at it. I really do think anyone can become a filmmaker if they put in the time and effort. So it's up to you. If you do go to film school and you're paying for it, it's difficult, I know, but try and have the money saved up where you don't have to spend too much time working. You can just spend your weekends and your off hours just being on film sets, because the more film sets you work on, the better chance you're gonna have of getting a job right after college, because you're just really good at it. You've done this almost nothing but filmmaking for the last 4 years. Now, outside of film school, this is the exact same thing, right? If you decide, hey, I'm just gonna shoot 1 or 2 films a year, but I'm gonna work full-time at King Soopers as, a grocery clerk, it's gonna be very difficult for you to get your education as a filmmaker. But if you say, hey, you know what? It doesn't pay great, but I'm gonna get a job working 40 hours a week as an assistant editor at my local church or news program or high school. Well, you know what? At least you are doing filmmaking nonstop throughout the week. It may not be the most glorious job, but you're getting that exposure and that's what matters. And from there, you can work your way up. So really, I don't know if I've emphasized this enough, but it really is how much you put into it that you get out of it, whether it's in film school or not. How good do you know your gear if you go to film school versus not going to film school? So I can say this from a manager's point of view. I have hired a lot of employees in the past and lots of freelancers, and I will tell you, there is a difference between the people who go to film school and who don't. If you go to a really high-end film school, you're gonna learn how to use IMAX cameras, Alexas and such that are used on actual Hollywood film sets. But if you go to a smaller film school or you're doing DIY, the odds of you going through YouTube Academy and getting your hands on a red weapon is probably not very high. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen, but if you just show up and you're just like, I just watch YouTube videos on how to do filmmaking. Can I touch this $350,000 camera? They're gonna be like, no. Paying for film school is kind of like paying for access and training to all this really expensive gear. It's not something that you can do when you're sitting at home on YouTube. So the reverse of that, if you're learning something that is not as gear essential, for example, film history or shot composition or script writing, these are all things that if you pay to go to film school is insanely expensive. There were definitely times where I was sitting there learning film history and being like, I just paid $50 to watch a black and white movie that I could have watched at home. So there are some cases where film school is just ridiculously expensive for things that, you could have just done at home. One thing I've noticed is sometimes when students go to film school, they've been in film school for so long and they haven't worked outside of it that when they actually come onto a film set, they have no idea how it actually works. So a lot of times I'll have to be like, yes, that's what you do in film school, but that's not what you do here. The reality is we do this instead of this. I know you've been taught this, but it's actually done like this. And it's because a lot of times professors want to teach you the correct traditional way to do things, but that doesn't necessarily translate to an organic modern film set. So a lot of times, if there's somebody who, say for example, is just coming out of film school versus somebody who has been working in the industry for 10 years, I'm definitely going to hire the person who has that industry experience rather than somebody who has a bachelor's or a master's degree. They almost have to prove first and have a few years out in the industry to prove that they know how to work it in order for me to hire them first. So just because you have the degree degree doesn't necessarily automatically get you a ticket onto a film set. So what I would recommend is if you do go to film school, yes, you can work on other student films, but make sure you work on real life film sets as well so that you have a balance of both. The next thing to consider is what field you are going into. So I would say pretty much outside the corporate world, nobody's going to care that you have a film degree. That's just for your own education. But if you show up in Los Angeles and you say something like, I have a PhD in film, therefore I should be the director of this film set, everyone's gonna laugh at you because you just don't have the experience. Don't expect to have some sort of special treatment just because you have a degree and you show up and you think you're better than everybody else. That is absolutely not the case, and you need to get that mindset out of your head from day one. Nobody owes you anything because you have a film degree. But I would say, having worked for Fortune 500 companies for the last 5 years, yes, they do care that I have a master's degree in film. Just like with any other job interview, they're going to take a look at your experience and they're going to say, hey, what's your portfolio? You know, what's this? Okay, like, do you check all the boxes? Can you edit? Can you do this? Do you have a certain number of clients, certain number of years experience? Because what I've found often is that the corporate world, when somebody takes a look at your work, they don't have an eye for filmmaking. They know one of two things. This looks bad, this looks good. And sometimes they don't even know what looks bad. If you're going to work in the corporate world, just know that, they're not really going to have an eye for what's good and bad. How they pick their directors and their cinematographers is what's on the resume. I also fully understand if you cannot afford the time and money to go to film school. This is most people, right? It's not cheap. It is an investment. And so if you're not able to do that, what I would recommend is find a mentor who is really good, who is doing the things that you want to do and they're killing it, and try your best to work for them. Find somebody who's just completely rocking it, who is like constantly booked, always have videography jobs, always directing, always doing cinematography work, who is passionate about doing their job and who has the time and passion to teach you. Just because somebody's good at their job doesn't mean that they're a good teacher as well. So you need to find that combination on both. So basically, if you go to film school, go to a really good film school with amazing professors and amazing gear. Make it worth your time and money. If you're going to go into the industry without going to film school, find somebody who's killing it, who already has incredible gear that you can borrow and learn on. Find somebody who's doing the style that you want to do and decide like, hey, if this is the field I want to go into, I'm going to copy this person and learn from them. So in conclusion, if you're going to take away anything from this, know that what you put in is what you're going to get out of your film education. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe so you can keep getting that free education from me. I'm always here to support you and answer your questions, and I will see you in the next video.